Hello, this is Bonita Palmer with BGP Group Action Coach. Welcome to your local business owner spotlight. The purpose is to interview Cincinnati area business owners and promote them through my social channels. It's my way of giving them exposure and promoting them locally. Now, this is a complimentary service that I do because I believe that life and business should be in perfect balance, growing and prosperous. And if we all support our local businesses, then we're going to improve our local economy. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Melissa Frazier. Melissa is the owner of Waterleaf Solutions. Welcome, Melissa, and thank you for chatting with me today.
Hi, Bonita. Thanks so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now let's jump right in and get started by having you tell us a little bit about yourself and your business. Give us your 60-second commercial of what you do.
Sure. So my business, Waterleaf Solutions, we provide writing and management support for businesses who are pursuing government contracts. These are also known as RFPs. So when a government agency wants to buy something, they release a request for proposals. And companies who want to sell to them have to go through their sometimes convoluted procurement process. This can be very time consuming, and oftentimes business owners or sales representatives are writing these proposals, and this is taking them away from their core duties. So I'm able to work with small businesses and allow them to outsource that proposal writing responsibility. I can help work them through that RFP process and provide them with the written content that they need to show the value that they provide. This allows these business owners and sales representatives to focus on their core duties and get rid of the writing. I'll do the writing for them.
That's a wonderful service, and it does open up the opportunity for people to do their job and not have to spend so much time doing the writing. Now, can you tell me a little bit more about who it is that you serve, what your ideal client target audience is for Waterleaf Solutions?
Yeah, absolutely. So I prefer to work with small businesses who don't have quite enough proposal work to justify a full-time employee in that role. And so particularly businesses who are new to government contracting, and so they really want a consultant to provide them with that expert opinion about how to move forward, or for small businesses who have submitted proposals and are just not happy with the efficiency or quality of their process.
All right, so you are a small business that has the small business owner at heart too.
Exactly.
Awesome. Now, over the course of the last year and a half, it's caused a lot of change in the face of most businesses. So what can you tell us has been the biggest impact of the pandemic on you and on your business? And with that look back, what are one or two things that you might have done a little bit differently?
Yeah, so I'll start with the last question. I would have started my business earlier. So I left my full-time employment earlier this year to launch my business. And so really for me, the pandemic was one of the big motivating factors to do that. I think a lot of us spent the last year and a half taking a look back at things. And I think the big question is, if not now, when? And that's really the realization that I reached earlier this year. Now is the time to make that leap and move forward. And I will in no way say I'm grateful for the pandemic. It's caused a lot of pain for everyone, but there have been some residual benefits that have come out of it, and it's really helped me with my mindset.
Yeah. And a lot of businesses emerged out of the impacts of the pandemic. So I think in a lot of ways it did have a lot of positive impact on the local economy.
Yeah. Hopefully more to come.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Now, Melissa, as we look at business ownership specifically, it's been said that smart people learn from their own mistakes, but wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what are some of the mistakes that you've made in your entrepreneurial journey that you could share with the next generation of entrepreneurs and business owners?
Sure. So I'm still new enough that I suspect my biggest mistakes have not revealed themselves yet. It usually takes a little bit of time there. I will say specifically, I've had at least one sales call that I would consider a disaster. So I've really tried to develop myself in that area. And I think that's the biggest lesson for me and for anyone. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and learn something new each day. So like you said, you've got to learn from those mistakes, and so that is the path forward. Sometimes you really need to learn first before jumping in, but sometimes you have to jump in order to learn.
Exactly. And if you take the advice that you just gave and learn something new every day, then you become a lifelong learner. So, well, as we start to wrap up, I'm going to get your contact information and put it in the post when the video goes live. But for now, can you tell everyone how to get in contact with you? And is there anything that you'd like to add? Do you maybe have a special offer or an event that is happening that you want to share with everyone?
Great. Thanks, Benita. So my website is waterleafsolutions.com. And the best way to reach me is through email at melfraz.com, which you'll, of course, see when Benita posts the information. What I really want to emphasize is that no project is too big or too small for my business. I've written technical proposals that are over 100 pages long, and I've submitted proposals that consist of a 2-page cover letter. Every proposal is unique. So my process with a new client is to really listen to them and learn what it is they are going for. And this takes a little bit longer sometimes than your basic, 30-minute free consultation. So I will work with the client through that process until they feel comfortable, working with me on their projects.
All right, very good. Thank you again for sharing that. And again, if you did not catch the contact information, you'll be able to find it right here in the post. Finally, Melissa, before we close, would you mind sharing with us, what is it that inspires you the most? What is it that gets you up in the morning and gets you going?
Well, I don't know if this is the most, but lately I'm really inspired by the Great Resignation that's going on. I'm a member of that, so I kind of hate to say I'm inspired by something I'm a member of. But it's a really interesting phenomenon. Lots of different motivating factors for the people who are leaving their full-time positions. And a lot of them are becoming entrepreneurs and starting up businesses. So as we talked about earlier, that small business community is so important. And it looks like it's growing right now, which is really cool to see.
That's interesting. I've never had anyone tell me that is what inspires them, but it is very inspiring to see people jumping into business ownership and entrepreneurship. So very good insight there. Very good insight there. All right, Melissa, I would like to thank you for joining me today and for sharing your journey with us. I wish you and Waterleaf Solutions the very best moving forward.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun.
Wonderful. All right, so this concludes our program for today. I want to thank you for joining. I am Bonita Palmer with BGP Group Action Coach, and this has been your local business owner spotlight. May your life and business continue to be balanced, growing, and prosperous. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Visit waterleafsolutions.com. Email Melissa at melfraz@gmail.com.
This has been Local Business Owner Spotlight by BGP Group Action Coach. Visit bonitapalmer.actioncoach.com.